I mentioned that 7012 is a contract clause in virtually every contract that anyone at any level of the defense supply chain has. That requires you to conform to NIST SP 800-171. And I also mentioned the 7019 clause that says that you must conduct a self-assessment using this DoD assessment methodology, and you must report your self-assessed score to the CIPRS system. An omission that creates great exposure is failure to do that scoring and submit a score. My reading of relevant documentation, and I looked at some of it in the last day, is that strictly speaking, a contracting officer should not award a contract to anyone who has the 7012 clause, who has not done a self-assessment and submitted a score. But in the same group of things that are really bad, you do not want to submit a score that you cannot support. You don't want to make an exaggerated claim of your security. You do not want to avoid, understate, or mislead the government as to what you do or don't. Although the numbers of companies who have been checked by DCMA is relatively small, it is increasing. And it is very clear that you suffer contractual exposure to your government customer or to a prime if you are misleading the government in the score that you claim and post in CIPRS. Government's made it very clear that if it finds that you have misrepresented your score, it has the right perhaps to suspend progress payments if you're a prime contractor. It might demand corrective action. It could seek damages if it can calculate them, and it can terminate you. And if you were to get terminated for a misleading CIPRS score, well, that's going to show up in other parts of the CIPRS system, and that will make it unlikely you will qualify as a responsible contractor, and the government will not make awards to companies who are found non-responsible. But there's even a bigger threat beyond that potentially. It doesn't happen every day, and it doesn't happen absent severe circumstances. But the Department of Justice, about a year and a half ago, announced a civil cyber fraud initiative, where it said that it was going to try to bring actions under the False Claims Act against companies who knowingly misrepresent their cyber compliance, against companies who say that they are doing some things and who are not, against companies who know they have a reportable event and do not report it. And although not every company is going to face that kind of severe challenge, from personal experience, I can tell you that you never want to be the company trying to explain or defend yourself against allegations of a false claim. Even if the allegations are not meritorious, it's a very expensive and disruptive process. It's much better to spend the money on security, both to establish it at the level of compliance and to sustain and improve it over time.